up, fellow humans? Richard Lackey posted a video yesterday about a LUT that he created for the iPhone for converting Film Convert's Vlog 2 into Arri C Log. I think it's C Log, whatever the Arri Log is. I think it's C Log. But he created a LUT that allows you to grade your footage using Film Convert, and specifically I use DaVinci Resolve, and that's what he used as well. And it's a workflow that I use already for grading video sometimes. So I dug through my archives and I found footage that I took on my iPhone 11 Pro Max right before the world changed. So this was, nobody's wearing masks or whatnot, because this is right before that. And this was all filmed in Washington, DC. I used the Moment app, so I didn't use Filmic Pro for this specific footage, but I still did the workflow the same, and I'm gonna link down to his video so that you can check out what he's doing with his LUT and with his color grading. But I wanted to go ahead and try it on the Moment log footage. And at the time when I was filming this, the Moment app was having some sort of glitch where it would flicker. It was like it would flicker out of the log and you would see like Rec 709 for a second. So there's some glitchiness to this, and there's a lot of imperfections, but I feel like there is a certain cinematic characteristic to this day when I was filming, because there was not a lot of bright light out. I put the iPhone Pro Max through a lot of different situations that were maybe hard for it to film in. I did a lot of low light. There's a lot of extra grain that I covered up with grain in Film Convert to help make it look not as noticeable and maybe more purposeful. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and play the video and maybe just talk through it. I don't really know how to do a video like this. I haven't done one, but yeah, so as of now, my edit, I'm starting out in this is the subway in DC. So what we're doing is we are heading to DuPont Circle, and you'll see here more specifically, oh, look at that wobble. Okay, I forgot to tell you, I have the Moment Anamorphic lens on right now. And something to note if you're filming with the Moment Anamorphic lens is that you don't want to move around a lot because it will exaggerate a lot of your movements. Okay, so here we're going to the DuPont Underground, and this is an old underground rail system that is now repurposed into an art studio space, and this is an art rave thing that they were having on Sundays. I noticed that some of my audio, I had a microphone going, I'll probably lower it out, like I was getting interference. In Washington, DC, I get a lot of interference when I'm filming with microphones, especially if you're in certain, maybe like more secure places. They have devices that specifically create noise so that you can't easily record audio. One of these places is for sure is the embassy for Iraq. They have a lot of that going on, but you'll hear like these like, I don't know, they're in here. I'll try to hide them now. But yeah, this is kind of a good example of maybe like what they call like run and gun shooting, or in my mind, more of a documentary style of shooting. I like a lot of this footage that I'm seeing here. I mean, some of this footage, if you didn't tell me that it was shot with a smartphone, I wouldn't know the difference.
What's going on here? Okay, so
this is Henry.
Here is a cross section of what is left today of what I bring. So
this human is pretty special.
And I bring new pieces of art every single week. So these are high quality digital prints here that were produced for today. Collector's pieces, one of a kind. So that's what I've got.
These are all produced. You got some clothing options. If somebody gets cold, they can do some warm on their head.
Exactly. So these were all produced in collaboration with Chris Carden. He's a local tailor artist as well. And we got together. This is all we have left of this.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's all locally produced.
Yeah, so for Henry, I'm going to put a link to some of his stuff in the description. If you're ever around DC and you see the little gold bar spray painted stuff, that's him. He does the graffiti for those gold bars as well as other artwork. And he's a singer and musician as well. And yeah, he's a very talented individual. Okay, there, you might have seen another flicker there. And that is a dark shot for a cell phone. Yeah, some of these blacks are getting crushed pretty hard, but it's kind of a look. Again, I used Film Convert Nitrate to do the grading. So it, you know, crushing the blacks a little bit, that's a little bit more of a filmic look, if that's what you're going for. Not so much like a high-def video style, but for this particular situation, I mean, some of these colors are looking pretty good, though. Oh, here we go. We got this flare coming up. Check it out. Okay, so that's the anamorphic lens. Boop. That was really nice. If you've never shot on an anamorphic lens, which most of us really haven't, anamorphic kind of gives you that wider, more classic cinema aspect ratio without having to crop into your image. And then this app, the Moment app that I'm using, and then also the Filmic Pro app, it has a de-squeeze, because if you don't have a de-squeeze feature in your camera, you'll just see like things look skinny and tall and weird, and you won't be able to properly frame out your frame. Yeah, like I like how the anamorphic looks. For a cell phone anamorphic lens, you can notice if you look at the side edges, it'll be more blurry towards the side. So everything's give and take. I mean, you're shooting on a smartphone anamorphic, which is pretty freaking amazing.
Especially when we see colors.
Yeah. There's another like mini art studios pop-up shop type thing. This is going into Union Market. It's basically like a giant food court, and it's normally pretty busy. It's a spot to go to for sure. What is that? That's like a Dolce, I think. I think the name of the spot is Dolce, but they're making Dolces, and yeah, those are delicious. Dig. For sure. So right here, this looks like this could be a Canon DSLR or something. I mean, that does not look like a cell phone. I'm moving around a lot throughout this day, and I mean, if you're shooting something specific, I recommend not moving the camera around. I watched some of these reviews online with people like testing out IBIS for vlog situations, and they're walking. Everybody wants to walk and shoot. Like, don't walk and shoot. Just find your spot and shoot there, and your footage will look way better regardless of if there's IBIS or not. IBIS is there to kind of just like help a little bit with some of the micro jitters. It's not supposed to be like this magic fix to your footage. But just, yeah, like small, short pans. especially if you're on the anamorphic lens, because then you'll start to see like ooh, some of the wobbliness. Yeah, the anamorphic doesn't pan as easy. I do like those flares though. Those are pretty sick. That's a nice little touch. That's not what draws me into the anamorphic look though, but it's something for sure. Again, the cell phone footage looks pretty good, man. That was, I probably should have been shooting in such low light on a cell phone, but you can get away with it. And you don't have to boost up the ISO like crazy either. Like, some people shoot way too high. Like, you want it to look a little more realistic. You can, if stuff's dark and it's dark outside, like, whatever. Okay, so that's the end of my footage. Hopefully you learned something from this short video, and like, subscribe to my channel. I know I haven't been posting any videos for probably at least 6 months, but this current year has kind of thrown me out of whack on a lot of things, as well as for a lot of other people I know too. So I'm gonna try to get back in the game and have some additional ideas for videos that might be helpful or beneficial to you and your situation. So yeah, again, like, subscribe, and stick around. Find me on Twitter. That's where I'm at most of the time. So take it easy, wear a mask, and yeah, love those around you. Peace.